Man, you never know what you're going to get when you poke the bear. We've got Royal Caribbean banning another item. And some people say it's because of these parents right here, these cruise influencers. Plus, there's a pretty important vote going on. One of the most popular cruise ports in the world trying to decide whether or not they're going to ban cruise ships 1 day a week. The vote's going on. It's a mail-in vote. I wonder if I could get a ballot. I don't think I can. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca. I am your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face. For your face on a Monday the 30th of September, 2024. And, well, it's the end of the month, y'all. Do you have any items on your task list that have to be done by the end of the month? Today's the day. The time just keeps traveling on. We did lose a couple celebrities over the weekend, and I don't always mention them, but Dame Maggie Smith of Downton Abbey fame and Harry Potter fame, a long career, certainly an esteemed career. And Kristofferson, one of my favorite Kristofferson stories is he was working as a janitor on Music Row in Nashville, and he passed his song to Johnny Cash, and that's kind of how he got discovered. And of course, one of my favorite country music songs of all time is The Highwayman. That was Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Kris Kristofferson, and Willie Nelson. Willie's the only one left. And in that epic song, of course, Kris Kristofferson was the cruiser, as it were, or at least the water cruiser. I guess the case could be made that Johnny Cash was the space cruiser. What a great lyric written by Jimmy Webb and, of course, performed by Kris Kristofferson. It means even more to me now that I'm a cruiser. I was a sailor, I was born upon the tide, and in the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner round the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft and furled the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed. But I am living still. R.I.P. Kris Kristofferson. All right, look, there's a lot of interesting cruise news stories popping off, but let's start with a banished story, a banned story. Do you remember the influencer couple, Matt and Abby, that caused a stir sometime in September? It's been in this month, when they slightly suggested that maybe they were using baby monitors to watch their kids in the cabin while they went to dinner in the main dining room. And then when that blew up, they came back out and said, well, that's not exactly what was happening. We were using the baby monitors, but there were other people with our babies. We're not bad parents. La, 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 blah, blah, blah. Baby monitor, baby monitor, baby monitor, Well, I don't know if these two things are related, but Royal Caribbean has added another item to their banned cruising list. And guess what that item was? Baby monitors. Baby monitors, citing that baby monitors, the communication for baby monitors might cause communication issues. I'm getting scareder and scareder, more scareder. Everything seems to be a communication problem with these cruise ships, which I just don't know that I believe. I've worked in technology and in communications. I don't think a baby monitor is going to bring a ship to a halt. I don't think a three-prong outlet is going to bring a cruise ship power system to a halt, but maybe it is. We have seen power issues on a couple Royal Caribbean ships. I'm happy to defer to whatever the rule makers say over there. It's their playground. We get to swing on the swings. And so if they say no, multi-prong outlets and no baby monitors, I get it. That's fine. I'm okay with it. But sometimes I feel like we get treated a little weird, like we're dumb, right? The communication. Speaking about the three-prong outlet, the multi-outlet adapter, there was some clarification that USB adapters are okay. So I'm assuming as long as you bring something that doesn't have an additional AC outlet on it, the prongs, the plugs, as long as it's all USB based, seems like that's going to be okay. Like I said, my favorite thing is the Anchor power bank that I have that has 4 USB connectors and 2 AC adapters. I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to take that on a Royal Caribbean cruise. I'll have to adjust. I'll have to put in some sort of Amazon order and get I really want to upgrade just to USB-C adapters anyways, because I don't really have many devices with USB-A anymore. What do you think, Matt and Abby? Is it their fault that the baby monitors are now being banned on Royal Caribbean? What say ye? Leave a comment below. Cruise news story number 2, and I got a little FOMO because of this story because I was so close. Just a few days ago, I was at a Fincantieri shipyard in Magera. They're kind of near Venice. I think Magera is the way that you say it. But lo and behold, that's not the only Fincantieri shipyard in that vicinity. There's also the Fincantieri shipyard at Monfalcone. It took me an hour-ish to get to the shipyard I went to, but I think if I'd have gone like an hour 20, hour 30, I could have went to the other one. I wasn't invited to the other one, but at the other one, they are building a brand new Princess cruise ship, the Star Princess, and they had a big milestone over the weekend. They floated that baby out. What's a float out? Well, they build these massive cruise ships in a dry dock with no water. Dry dock, no water. And then at some point when they feel like, the ship can, float in the water, they flood the dry dock and they float it out. It's a big milestone in the shipbuilding process, one to be celebrated. And certainly that was true. All the bigwigs from Princess were over there for the float out. And that's one step closer to Star Princess coming online. That's going to be next year, sister ship to the Sun Princess. I haven't even been on the Sun Princess yet, but I'm about to rectify that. Gosh, what is it? Maybe 11 days. I'll get my first glimpse. Not John Cena style. I'll get my first glimpse at the Sun Princess. And of course, I'm going to take you guys along. I'm going to a party on the 10th. I don't really know what it's all about. And then a 3-day sailing right after that. So I'm excited to show you guys the Sun Princess. What would you guys like to see on the Sun Princess? I'll make a list. Look, I got to tell you about this mail-in vote that's going on at a major cruise port. But I do have a couple other cruise news stories to get through. Just a real quick one. The Norwegian Dawn is repositioning. I like that cruise ship. Nice, beautiful, small cruise ships. I try to highlight some of these small cruise ships because everybody's like, oh, I'm tired of the mega ship. Every cruise line has a little bit of an older class of cruise ship that is smaller. Norwegian Dawn, I've been on. Norwegian, I think Jade that I've been on, very similar. The Dawn just repositioning from Northern Europe over to the Mediterranean for some sailings. But I throw it out there just so people know there are smaller cruise ships. And speaking of older cruise ships, that there's been some pretty significant question marks about. Big news is coming out from Belfast in Northern Ireland that the cruise that never ends, the cruise that we thought may never begin, is beginning. Villa V Odyssey is loading up their passengers to leave Belfast tonight. Tonight, we'll hit the seas tonight. They were supposed to sail on May the 30th, and now this is, September the 30th. So, the 9-month, 5th month, it's delayed. That's what we're trying to say. But it's supposed to leave in the evening. I think Belfast is 6 hours ahead of us. So it's 10:05 a.m. right now, so about 4 p.m. over there in Belfast. I suspect by tomorrow we'll be telling the story of the residential cruise ship Villa V overcoming all the obstacles of the last several months and finally taking to the seas. Congratulations. I've said it all the way. I hope it works out well. A lot of people have money invested in that, and we want to see those that money not get lost. And it sounds like they're going to be sailing. So, double thumbs up for Villa V. Remember that lady that got kicked off? I'm sure that she has a hand gesture for Villa V also, and I doubt it's a double thumbs up. Okay, let's talk about the vote. But before we do that, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything going on, I feel like I'm conjuring a spell. If you want to stay up to date with everything going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Look, Monsters of the Lido. I'm retiring these shirts. So if you're going on a Halloween or a fall cruise, get yourself a Monster of the Lido. There's Captain Frankie. There's the zombie sailor. There's also the pirate captain. Those shirts will be retired. I'm going to come out with a whole new Monsters of the Lido. I feel like we got to get Creature of the Black Lagoon in there, or Bigfoot. That's all going to be coming out for the next season of the Monsters of the Lido. Also, I'm going to retire the Sugar Skulls. So make sure you go over to the t-shirt shop if you want any of these Halloween type t-shirts and get yours today. Okay, now let me tell you about an election that's been ongoing since the 12th of September. That's right, this thing's been going on for 28 days and it will conclude, you only got a couple days to vote if you're able to vote. It's going to conclude tomorrow on October the 1st, October the 1st, and it's an initiative that got brought to the citizens of Juno, Alaska, They gathered 2,300 signatures to get this on the docket. And the proposal is that there is a ship-free Saturday. So every Saturday in Juno, no cruise ships allowed. No ships that carry more than 250 people will be allowed in Juno, Alaska. And they have another date, whether or not it's on a Saturday or not. Also, July the 4th. They don't want cruise ships on July the 4th. And the people that started this initiative don't want cruise ships in Juno, Alaska on Saturdays. I guess if the people vote yes, then it's the will of the people and we'll honor that. I guess we could do our own informal vote here. Just jump down in the comments. Would you vote yes for ship-free Saturday or would you vote no? I would vote no, but don't let me sway you. I would love to hear your vote down there below. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure you watch the recommended video. Hit the like button. Tony for Lido Loca. Till the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. The Lido. Bye-bye. Cruise News.